Hi, everyone. Thankful to have you here on this Tuesday. We're also 4 days into the month of August, and it's not going to feel like August for maybe the next 3 or 4 days. More like a little fall run weather wise. No complaints. Can't hear any. None at all. And if that is your thing, the cooler weather, more comfortable conditions, enjoy it while you can because the heat will roll back into town by this weekend. So, an updated forecast for you in just a few moments and some other weather related news tonight. Headlines tonight will include just now learning we are of an arrest in regards to that horrific and tragic crash that claimed the lives of two local men back in November from Magoffin and Johnson County. Two co-workers, two friends who were killed on the job site. An arrest of the man who was driving the semi-truck that plowed into their work vehicle, a state trooper vehicle, and others on I-40 in Tennessee. I'll have what I can for you in just a few moments. Our local update COVID-wise, our state update COVID-wise, and our Magoffin County Judge Executive talking about the courthouse and those offices reopening tomorrow. He'll go through that, and he'll also discuss the latest development in regards to a significant portion of the CARES funding being divided up via small grants to Magoffin County businesses. Another step has gone or been taken in that direction. He'll explain that for you in just a few moments. You know, with the election much later, the primary, than what it was to have been, it's not really feeling like the November election is as close indeed as what it is, but indeed it is. And as such, there are going to be more polls coming out. The one that we have tonight, a public poll, I believe concerns less than 1,000 Kentuckians who were polled, but those numbers in regards to the U.S. Senate race show Senator Mitch McConnell well ahead, excuse me, comfortably ahead actually, of Amy McGrath, 17 percentage points from this latest poll done by Morning Consult of about 800 Kentuckians. 17 percentage points is actually a larger margin than what he won with over Allison Lundgren Grimes in 2014, 6 years ago. That's just one of many polls that we'll be hearing from between now and then, but that one has McConnell easily ahead by the tune, or to the tune, of 17 percentage points. Let's go to our Magoffin County Judge Executive right now. The county courthouse reopening after being closed since last Thursday at noon due to a positive COVID-19 case with an employee, a person at the door, who, of course, his duties were, as we told you late last week, to screen those entering the courthouse. He talks about the plans to open tomorrow, how they are going to do so. Also, an update on that still unidentified publicly, as I believe they have posted on social media who they are. But nevertheless, an update on that person's status, and he also touches on CARES funding and how it's a step closer now, how the county is a step closer to dividing some of that money, about $100,000 worth, up between local businesses.
As of now, the plan is to open in the morning at 9 a.m. and be back to the same restrictions that we had before. Everybody that enters has to have a temperature check. Everyone has to wear a mask, and everyone has to use hand sanitizer. And we are continuing to log the visitors for contact tracing. A lot of that, just like the instance we had, we were able to know who was here on the days that there was a possible exposure. And that's the primary reason we're keeping that log. We're going to keep it for 30 days, and then we'll be getting rid of it because it serves no purpose after that.
And I think it's safe to say that the precautions you were taking in regards to everyone entering wearing a mask and everyone inside wearing a mask is the reason that case didn't go anywhere thereafter as far as the courthouse is concerned. But just to ask what you can tell us about the that individual's health, and did they have any contact, or was there any positive cases that may have happened at home or in their personal or private setting?
Based on the information I have from her, is that her husband and son tested negative. They live in the same household, and that's kind of, to me, kind of strange. But I think that happens quite a bit for some reason. She's doing well. She's recuperating. Still on quarantine. And as soon as she's eligible and I get the return to work slip from the health department, we'll have her back at work. Yes, I think a lot of the fact that no one here so far, knock on wood, has tested positive. Several of us have tested, and there's no indication that anybody will be. Nobody's had any symptoms that I'm aware of at this time. I do think that our actions are a reason that it didn't go any further. We see what's going on in some of the other cases where it's getting prolific because they're not following the rules. I can say that we will have even a more heightened focus on the social distancing guidelines, and ensuring the mask is on when you come through the door. We've had some folks, not necessarily from here, but from other counties, come over here and think they can just walk through this courthouse without one, and they're going to find out different. You're going to wear a mask here in this courthouse unless there's a legal exception to that.
Last thing I want to touch on tonight, we've got a few topics we'll probably discuss in the relatively near future, but your CARES funding, I know that you were looking at, as I covered after your last fiscal court meeting, dedicating a significant portion of that to small grants for area businesses. Anything new on that front?
Yeah, we got the MOA back Monday, the memorandum of agreement with all the signatures on it. So we're now eligible to receive the reimbursements. The plan that we sent to be approved included $100,000 to send to local businesses via an application process. I'm in the process now of getting the criteria and the specifications that other counties are using that seem to work. And once we establish that criteria, it'd be like the business has to have so many employees and has proof of paying occupational taxes or and maybe certain types of nonprofits. I have to see how that works out. But basically what we're going to do is give $2,000 to each qualified applicant until it runs out, which means we could give it up to 50 businesses. My plan is if it's not exhausted, if people don't use it all, the businesses, then we'll back up and reallocate it on a pro rata share to all those that did qualify.
Is this going to be a county and city thing, or just county covering all?
Right now, it's going to be spread across the city and county. I'm working with the mayor on the possibility that some of the CARES money they have that they might be able to apply to where we can add and make, instead of being 2,000, it be 2,250 or 2,500. We just have to see after they've done their budget and their plan to spend their CARES money what they have available, because they got a significantly less amount than what we got, probably about a quarter of what we got. So they have more direct expenses that qualify, such as frontline police officers and those kind of things. And we have that too here, where we're paying some law enforcement reimbursement salaries for that. But the bulk of it is mitigation of the issue of possible infection, the cleaning, the staff to monitor the doors, do the temperature checks, and we're going to get some equipment to help monitor the courthouse as far as temperatures and things go. And we also are going to try to get some equipment and staff to clean the parks up until the late fall. Everything that qualifies for CARES money, and we want to try to open up and be safe as possible, and have make sure we got everything covered as far as cleaning, PPE, staff, all that.
The seasonal shop is open, and they're still doing curbside pickup, so you can call and place orders and they'll still bring them out to you. And inside, you'll find all new merchandise throughout the entire store, all new spring and summer women's clothing from Charlie Page and Mud Pie, accessories, jewelry, shoes, and bags too, casual outfits for everyday or special occasion outfits and dresses. And if you've been home a lot and really want to freshen up your decor, they have so much to choose from, and they're happy to give you any fresh ideas that you might need. And just in, a large selection of Simply Southern and Candleberry at Fraser's Prater Drugs seasonal shop in downtown Sayersville. Come to Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville and get your prescriptions filled, your over-the-counter medications, and immune system boosters, all from the safety and comfort of your own vehicle, either in their drive-thru or with their new curbside service. You can also call ahead or just download the MyGNP app, that's Good Neighbor Pharmacy, and refill and manage your prescriptions right from your device, helping you and yours stay healthy and safe. Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville, 349-4400.
We let out of Kingsport in the middle of the night. We was playing country music, treating people right. When the amplifiers are cooled down, the guitars put away. I put that Vic in the hammer lane, and this is what I'll say. Well, that road is long, and my eyes are wide. Playing country music, treating people right.
Soon after the crash that took the lives of two young Eastern Kentucky local men, we started hearing of impending charges against the driver of the semi that plowed into that stationary or stopped work truck and other vehicles on I-40 in Tennessee. Now confirming that indeed an arrest has since been made just this past Friday. The man actually tracked down in another state and now facing serious charges related to the deaths of two local young men. I don't have a mugshot of the man arrested. I don't have any other background information on him as of yet. We're working to obtain that, but what I do have is the official press release from the United States Marshals Service, who says, at the direction of the U.S. Marshals Gulf Coast Regional Fugitive Task Force, a man by the name of Marvin Krigler was arrested in St. Louis on Friday for vehicular homicide, DWI, vehicular assault, and aggravated assault, all charges stemming from that crash in November on the 6th last year, a deadly crash that happened near Arlington, Tennessee on I-40 near exit 26. It was there that Tennessee Department of Transportation contractors Jared Helton of Sagersville, Justin Stafford of Paintsville were killed, and a state trooper with the Tennessee Highway Patrol Department by the name of LeJulian Roy was injured and who has since recovered. Warrants had been issued by Shelby County, Tennessee authorities for Krigler's arrest on those charges, and investigators with the Memphis office were able to track the fugitive to an address in St. Louis. And with help of authorities there and deputy marshals in St. Louis, they took him into custody without incident. And it also says that Krigler will be brought back to Shelby County, Tennessee to face charges in that state for the deaths of our two local men. I'll have more to come. Your local COVID update is as follows. Glad to report no new cases of the coronavirus in McGoffin County reported as of this hour. None today. That is very significant considering the fact that for the past several days, more often than not, we've had multiple cases, and it's been many, many days since we've had a day without any confirmed cases. So McGoffin County still stands at a total 32 confirmed cases. The Johnson County Health Department is as well still warning those who attended the Calvary Church of God from July the 19th to the 26th to self-quarantine until August the 8th. That one of the two churches here in the viewing area that were affected by COVID-19, the Keith Memorial Tabernacle Church, also weekend before last had someone in attendance who had since tested positive. The health director of McGoffin County, Pete Shepard, also saying that in addition to no new cases reported today, he has confirmed that one of those members in attendance in the Johnson County Church, the Calvary Church of God, there were actually 3 cases that he is aware of per talking with the Johnson County Health Department that came from that church service. 2 of those cases were in Johnson County. One is that of a McGoffin County man who he says has since been hospitalized in the past 24 hours for what he said was double pneumonia and the coronavirus. That's all the details we have on that, but we can confirm that one of those cases from the church out of Johnson County, the 3 that have been confirmed, is from here in McGoffin County, and the McGoffin County man who has since been hospitalized. We hope that you'll keep him and all those affected in your thoughts and prayers. Your state COVID-19 update is to follow these messages. Tire in Staffordsville is now a proud partner of Rough Country for all of your suspension and lift kit applications. And you can always go to conleytire.net to get the latest offers. Like right now, $100 when you buy a set of Mickey Thompsons, $100 on a set of Continentals, and many, many more summer deals, including $35 computer diagnostics. That's Conley Tire in Staffordsville, 297-2424. First, it was pennies, and now it's everything. Because of the pandemic, most banks haven't been able to order their weekly amount of coins for weeks. And without all of the fundraisers and activities going on, a lot of that change that would normally be in circulation isn't. So the Sayersville National Bank says now is a great time to help out and cash in. Bring your coins to either drive-through, or if you've got a lot, call ahead to give them to someone at the door and help your local businesses. And remember, you can pay all of your bills and practically do all of your banking on their mobile and online services, and all inside and lobby services are still available by appointment at Sayersville National Bank. Car accidents don't stop. Accidents at work don't stop. Disability and SSI cases don't stop. Your legal needs and concerns don't stop for the coronavirus, and neither does McFarland and Tinker. They are open, able to schedule appointments per CDC guidelines, and always available for telephone and video conferences. Please, be safe, be smart, stay home, and don't let your legal needs fall victim to the pandemic. Call McFarland and Tinker and let them take care of them for you. The governor's still trying to find some good news in today's numbers after a few very much improved days in regards to COVID-19 cases. That number was higher today, significantly higher, but he says that in adding today's number with those of the past several days, he believes we are still hopefully in a position of a general leveling off.
And while today we have a higher number than we had at this time last week, if you compare Monday and Tuesday of last week, it's just barely higher than Monday and Tuesday of this week. So again, what we believe we see is a general leveling off, though today there are more cases than I would like to report. Today we're reporting 700 new positive cases of COVID-19. Again, though, if you add yesterday and today, Monday and Tuesday of this week, it's about 20 or so overall positive cases lower than Monday or Tuesday of last week. We just had one big day and one relatively small day. It's out of 7,516 new tests, which bring us up to 650,093 total tests to date. It brings our total number of cases to 32,197. 30,238 are lab confirmed, the others are probable. We talked a little bit about duplicates and why they are removed, to make sure you don't have someone getting 2 tests at different times. We removed 11 duplicates from yesterday's numbers that are reflected in today's. We have 638 Kentuckians in the hospital right now for COVID-19 and 135 in the ICU. Our positivity rate today is up just a little bit. It's about 6/100ths higher, 5.24%. We don't like to see that climbing up. It is not significantly higher than it was yesterday, but we do want to start seeing this get closer to that overall 5%. We are pleased, if you can be pleased in the middle of COVID, that this isn't increasing at the rate that we previously saw, where we went from 2.5% to 5.5% over those period of weeks. We are holding relatively steady in that area. At some point, we all want to see it go down because we have Too many cases right now, and certainly a positivity rate that is higher than we want it to be. Again, we're seeing more cases of young children. 18 kids under 5 years old today.
Today was also one of the youngest days in regards to deaths in Kentucky. Bashir announcing 7 more people losing their lives as a result of COVID-19 in the past 24 hours. Their ages listed as 42, 50, 53, 69, 70, 81, and 95. Kentucky's death toll today standing at 751. Bashir promising an update tomorrow or Thursday in regards to long-term care facilities, saying that Kentucky is doing very well, better than many other states, but he'll have an update tomorrow. Today's update on child care facilities in Kentucky added 6 more facilities to the growing list, with 2 staff and 4 children now tested positive in 6 facilities since yesterday. 6 more facilities since yesterday. Prior to his address, the First Lady, Brittany Bashir, announced a new program called Coverings for Kids, which is aimed at helping Kentuckians donate facial coverings, masks, directly to your local school district. She said in her announcement that school districts will be the one to set up donation centers, and they'll appoint local coordinators. And school districts that have chosen to start the school year off with non-traditional instruction, NTI, or that move into NTI sometime later than the actual beginning of school, can also participate in the Coverings for Kids programs, saying that depending on their needs, those districts could store donated masks until their schools open, or distribute the mask to students during NTI for them to use in other settings besides school where they need a mask. Both child and adult size facial coverings will be accepted. They can be bought, they can be homemade, and it all starts next Tuesday, 1 week from today, when individuals can drop off facial coverings at district-level donation centers. We'll get a list of those here locally and have them for you soon. A couple of announcements as we go on to tonight's community calendar. First off, the 7th annual, I believe it is, Summer Open Bass Tournament hosted by the Elk Creek Free Will Baptist Church is this Saturday, 6 p.m. till 2 a.m. It is, of course, a night tournament. They'll blast off at 6 p.m. from the Clay Lick Boat Ramp on Cave Run. First place is $1,000, second $500, third is $300, and they're going to have $100 per hour for the big fish every hour. That is this Saturday evening, 6 p. till 2 a. at Clay Lick Boat Ramp, brought to you by the Elk Creek Free Will Baptist Church. And a quick reminder, the Water into Wine Food Pantry, serving its customers and clients on Wednesdays and the third Thursday of each month, designated as their senior Pantry Day, and every weekday is a designated calendar day for your announcement, birthdays, and anniversaries too. You just have to send them to me so I can tell everyone else. Lastly, tonight, brought to you by the Montgomery County Funeral Home, a reminder of services to be held tomorrow for 68-year-old William Henry Helton of Sagersville. William Helton, the husband of Deborah Howard Helton, passed away Sunday morning, as we spoke of yesterday. The son of the late Garland Dutch and Marceline Helton, he's survived by his wife and sons Brian and Jason, and brothers Forrest and BF, and sister Eileen Helton Lemaster, 7 grandkids as well. William was preceded in death by his son James Blake, and funeral services will be held tomorrow at 2 at the Montgomery County High School Gymnasium. Burial follows at the Helton Howard Cemetery on Coon Creek. Visitation will be at the high school tomorrow after 10 in the morning. And in lieu of flowers, the family has requested that donations be made to the William Helton Memorial Scholarship Fund, which can be made at the Montgomery County High School or at the Montgomery County Funeral Home. Summer heat and no AC make for a miserable drive, but don't sweat it. Call Black Smoke Performance in Sagersville for inspection, diagnostics, and repair by qualified technicians with the latest technology and equipment. Don't suffer in the summer heat. Get your air conditioning fixed today at Black Smoke Performance. Oh, it's what a lot of you have been waiting for. They're back, but only for a limited time. Loaded potato wedges at your Sagersville Lee's famous recipe. That's right, our famous hand-cut homemade potato wedges smothered in cheddar cheese, real crispy bacon, topped with either sour cream or ranch, your choice. And they're still only $2.49 with tax. Get them while you can at your Sagersville Lee's. Before we talk about our weather here locally, just a quick update on Tropical Storm Isaias, which has claimed 4 lives thus far. As of this afternoon, around 4 o'clock, the National Hurricane Center had Isaias with maximum sustained winds of 65 miles per hour, which is just a few miles short of being an actual hurricane, some 60 miles west of New York City and traveling on up the coast at 40 to 45 miles per hour. 4 deaths thus far, 2.5 million people or so without power, massive flooding and devastation and destruction. The National Weather Service confirming tornadoes in Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. And right now, if everything holds true, all computer models indicate that it could hold its strength and then start to continue to have damaging winds or create damaging winds on its way to New England by tonight. 2.25 million people without power at last report. We certainly hope they are in everyone's thoughts and prayers as well. Here in eastern Kentucky in the viewing area, man, a nice little run of some fall-like weather. That will end and come to a halt by your weekend. Yes, a strange but welcome feeling out there. Nighttime lows down around 60 instead of 70. Daytime highs in the low 80s instead of low 90s. And humidity not smothering us out there. A low of 60 tonight, partly cloudy skies, and about a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms will continue. That's really winding down at 7. Nothing on the radar worth showing you right now, so we'll just call it partly cloudy and 60 for the rest of your Tuesday. And tomorrow for your Wednesday, we will have, going to throw it in there just to cover all the bases, a 10% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 5 o'clock tomorrow in the evening. Otherwise, 82, mostly sunny degrees. It's going to be a nice day in the neighborhood. We've got a few more coming at you, especially Thursday, as we're still technically in the low to mid-80s at 84, mostly sunny. We'll leave that 10% chance of showers and thunderstorms in the evening again after 7 in there on your Thursday, but another nice, milder day in the neighborhood. Now, we get above 85 on Friday, but still mostly sunny. Humidity level still pretty much favorable, more so at least, and about a 20% chance of showers and storms in the later afternoon hours again after 3 on your Friday. And that'll be the last of the low and mid-80s because look at that. There's your weekend. Saturday and Sunday and really Monday and Tuesday, upper 80s pushing close to 90 degrees. Little fog in the morning on a couple of occasions, but otherwise sunny and clear Saturday. Mostly sunny and a slight chance of some showers on your Sunday, and ditto pretty much for Monday and Tuesday of next week. Upper 80s and sun and very few slight shower chances, we'll say. That's it for another day of News Down. We hope to see you back here tomorrow for the next one, during which we'll be talking about what's coming out in this week's edition of the Sagersville Independent. Thanks for watching and have a good night.